Hello, good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Okute Daily Talk breaking to you this Wednesday broadcast, being the 23rd of November in the year 2022. I want to use this opportunity to thank all my friends, all my well-wishers, my viewers and subscribers all over the world. Thank you immensely for what you people are doing, for how you are supporting my channel, for your comments, and most of all for subscribing to my channel. May the Almighty bless each and every one of us. Please, I don't want to take much of your time. Let's move straight into the business of the day. I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk, where we use truth as our toothbrush on daily basis. We don't paint words and we don't complicate issues, and we give our news without any fear of favor or anything. So if you are with me, please tighten your seatbelt and listen attentively while I take the headlines, and also we move straight into the business of the day. Please do not leave. I'm here with you. Nnamdi Kanu demands 20 billion naira compensation. Apologies from MALAMI for saying he jumped bail despite court clearance. Khan speaks on supporting APC Muslim presidential ticket. They have collected Ghana must goes. Why can't they support them? See how they are running and hiding from their shadows. So they blast article for withdrawing from the candidates. So my good people, let's go straight into the news of this day. For those of us who always come to my DM to say that I use a misheading headlines or title, it is not so. If you can see, my news is always a comparison. You understand me? I compare news. So most of all these news I compare, sometimes I pick the headlines from those ones. So if you are listening to my news, or if you have ever listened to my news, please endeavor to read it to the end so that you will know that I don't mislead people. My duty and my job here is to make sure that every nooks and crannies of the Biafra land, the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, and the Africa at large hears the news and learn from it. We are only but the messengers, all in the hands of my subscribers and my viewers all over the world. So please, let us move into this business of today. Nnamdi Kanu has demanded 20 billion naira compensation and apologies from that so-called MALAMI, who have refused to let him go, saying that Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail after him and his principal, which is Bubu, have conspired to use Operation Python dance to eliminate our dear leader from the surface of this earth. So now our leader have turned back to make a serious demand from the so-called zoo country, or I'm talking of a country called Nigeria, and from MALAMI and the Kabas, who have been with them all this while planning evil against the Biafra, against the IPOP, against the ESN, and also against our indefeatable Mazi Ahmadike One of Igbo land. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOP, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has demanded 20 billion as compensation from the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. Kanu demanded compensation following alleged defamatory and libelous claims against him by MALAMI. Speaking to his special counsel, Aloy Ejimako, the IPOP leader said MALAMI's claim that he jumped bail despite a court order clearing him was libelous. Recall that the military have invaded Kanu's premises at Isiama Afaruku Ibeku, Abia State, on the 10th September in the year 2017. And this led to him fleeing the country. No, maybe they expect him to stay. Their mission is just to kill the young man, but by God's intervention, the young man whisked away by whiskers. And that is why they have tried everything humanly possible to track him down. They cannot. Other than using his own people, using the same people who have vowed to defend the IPOP. They are the ones that sold out Nnamdi Kanu to MALAMI, to federal government of Nigeria, and also to the Fulani Kabas. Well, we will see to that. Them who sold Nnamdi Kanu will receive their payments at their own coins when the time is right. We are not rushing things, for we know that at the end, victory is surely ours, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, have already started the victory with from the appeal court down to the high court in Abia State. And very soon, we are going to record another victory in Supreme Court and also the High Court in Abuja. All these things is not our leaders doing. It is the God doing, and it's marvelous in our eyes. So we shall also stick to those things that we worship, that is giving us victories at all times. The alleged invasion was contested and tied the violation of Kanu's fundamental human rights, but the courts ruled that the invasion was unlawful, illegal, and unconstitutional. Speaking on the issue, Malawi was quoted as saying, "To release or not to release Nnamdi Kanu is a function of law and the rule of law for that matter. I'm arriving at a decision on whether to release or not release is one, you look at the rule of law. 2, you look at the public and the national interest. 3, you look at the security situations. 4, you look at the international diplomacy. This same international diplomacy have already intervened and warned Nigeria and the Bubu to let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go with a public apology and also a compensation, and return him back to Kenya where they have been abducted. Still yet, Malami, the cabals, and the Igbo allies who have joined hands with the so-called Fulani cabals refuse to let the young man go. Pharaoh, let my people go. Pharaoh refused. When the time is right, Pharaoh was the one that is begging the people of Israel, please, you people can go. Even they dice them their diamonds, golds, precious stones, and whatever they have, and beg them to go. Nigerians, the cabals, the federal government of Nigeria, which is Bubu, the Malami, and the so-called Fulani cabals, have already hearing this voice, starting from court, starting from the United Nations Human Rights Working Committee, and other relevant authorities, telling them, let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. And they refused. But reverse will be the case when the time is right. Then they will know that the eye that is crying can also see. Speaking on the issue, okay, Malami was quoted. That is the nonsense quoting. That is keep quoting. I don't know. I wonder where this man is studying his own law. Whether na nice school this man go, I be na adult education. I don't understand though. A graduate and the son for that matter, Minister of Justice, and what they call it, AGF, Attorney General of the Federation, don't even know the law. When the elders of the Igbo land, led by this former Minister of Aviation, I mean, what did they call him? Our veteran have just passed away. When they went to meet Buhari at the Asarok, the man's last wish is let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. Let this thing be let it be a political solution to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Buhari adamantly refused, saying that he will allow the rule of law to handle the case, and let it be the total its full course. But now the rule of law have handled the case adequately, and tell them let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go, but they adamantly refused. Well, let's see what happens. But one thing is for sure, victory will surely be for Biafrans, and that is where we stand, and that is what we are waiting. Let me talk first of the rule of law. This is someone that has been granted bail on account of charges that have been preferred against him at the court. Someone joined bail to the international community. A case of fugitive is established against the background of jumping the bail. 2, arising from the national security. This is someone that is charged with treason, incitement, and destruction of civil authority, murder and assassination of others on account of his incitement. That boils down to issues of national security and criminality. 3, on account of international diplomacy. This is someone that has, against his person, used the international community or a foreign country to launch an attack against a nation, against his own nation for that matter. So all this naturally come into play, determine what to do. So if you have through judicial processes established multiple cases of treason, homicide, and bail jumping, among others, the fact that you have indeed succeeded in one case against multiple others that are pending goes to establish the fact that case cannot be only basis on a criterion for determining whether you are entitled to be released or not. That is what Malami is saying. Condemning Malami's remark, Ejimako said, despite the clear exoneration from jumping bail contained in the judgment exhibition and quoted above, you have, after 19 January 2022, when this judgment was rendered, defamed and labeled our client by your several utterances and publications in national dailies, where you falsely stated that our client jumped bail, which is lie. In view of the said judgment of the Abia State High Court, your above utterances were false, malicious, and reckless, and they were read and heard worldwide and portrayed our client in light. Ejimako stated this in a letter addressed to Malami tagged reply, pre-action notice, and formal demand for settlement of the claim of defamation, libel of the character of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, grounded on your false, defamatory, and libellous publications that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail, which is not so. The letter raised partly the sum of 20 billion naira being general and exemplary damages to be paid to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. An unresolved personal letter of apology to be prominently and boldly published full page in two Nigerian newspapers of national circulation, namely Guardian newspaper and Sun newspaper. And you must do it whether you like it or not, Malami. You shall write and deliver to your superior officers and all your employers a legal opinion to the effect that our client did not jump bail in view of the 19 January 2022 judgment of the High Court of Abia State. Foregoing demands are without prejudice to other options or terms for settlement that you may propose in response to this letter. We therefore request that with a view of settling this claim out of court, you respond to this letter by legal mail to the email on this letterhead within 3 days of the receipt of this letter. In the event that you fail to do so, our clients shall immediately commence legal proceedings against you without any further notice. That is what Aloy Ejimako is telling the moron, the AGF of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, who have no brains other than cobwebs and cockroaches that fool his brains, who claims to know the law or who claims to study the law but he don't know the law, who claims that it's only law and it's only rule of law or whatever it's being called, judiciary or jurisdiction or whatever it's being called, will determine the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after even the judiciary have already led them to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they refused simply because they think that nothing can happen, and they have every right to hold whoever they think, but they have every right to negotiate with the bandits, Boko Harams, ISWAP, and the rest of them simply because they are the power that be, and they're the one that hold the power, and they are the one that is in control. So whatever they do is right, while what others is wrong. That is absolutely nonsense in a democratic in a country that claims to be practicing democracy, while what they are practicing is autocracy, a government by the people, with the people, and with the same people. So I want to use this opportunity to let Malami, anyone that is going to pass on this message to him, let him pass this message to him. Hear this voice before it is too late for you. Let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. The time has come for you to know that the eye that is crying can also see. Do it while the sun is still shining before it is too late for you. Because had I known, in every action that any man take, whether negatively or positively, always comes at last. Had I known, so that you will not shout had I known when the time comes. Khan speaks on supporting APC Muslim presidential ticket. I think they have a meeting the other day, and Ghana must go around. Why can't they support? I think it is high time that we stop calling all this body of Christ, or what is it being called? Because these people have nothing to offer. It's absolutely nothing to offer. It is the same kind that went to visit Buhari. I think that was around 2009. Yes, around 2009 when he finished his first term. And when the kind of thanks for coming they gave to them, they begin to fight over it. The person who received that particular money siphon others and present others to the people that went with them. And at the end of the day, they find out that the person have already cornered some. That is, all my piano some, Zoyana Zoapa. They started fighting. That is the same people that come now and supporting Muslim ticket. That means they have no value to be that a Christian body in any form, in any way. Well, let's go straight and know why they have accepted to support the Muslim ticket. The leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) has denied reports that it is now supporting the Muslim presidential ticket of All Progressive Congress (APC). Okute News reported that the Christian body has rejected the same faith presidential ticket presented by the ruling party for the 2023 elections, adding that the Christians were being marginalized. However, the APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu appeared before the CAN leadership last week to explain his reason for the choice of Kashim Shettima as his running mate. Barely 1 week after meeting with Tinubu, there were reports in a section of the media that the Christian body has softened its top position on the APC Muslim ticket. Reacting to the reports on Tuesday, CAN President Archbishop Daniel Oko said the leadership of the Christian body is very careful not to be partisan and still maintains its stance on the issue. He therefore advised Nigerians to talk to CAN to verify and confirm that what they see out there is truly the position of the Christian body. He said all the positions we have taken, we have not changed any of them. If we want to change any position, we will let the Nigerian public know. And so, when people read in the insinuations on social media, I will advise that people should come to the CAN to verify and to be sure that what they see out there is truly the position of the Christian Association of Nigeria, that is CAN. Oko asserted that the meeting with the presidential candidates was not an endorsement, but a platform of the organization to rub minds on issues of concern to Christians in the country. He said, as an association of Christian citizens who believe in this country and continue to pray for its unity, peace, and prosperity, we have spent time reviewing the problem that hinders peace and progress in the country, and are hereby making suggestions on how best to improve them, according to the CAN president. We have consulted with Nigerians of diverse religious, ethnic, and social identities on the problems of the country, and the solution to them have been articulated in the strategic document we call the Charter for Future Nigeria. The Charter for Future Nigeria begins with a diagnosis of Nigeria's problem and locates it primarily in an incoherent constitutional and institutional framework that defines governance and social and economic interactions in Nigeria, according to them. We are moving, so please keep up listening, because we still have some news to give to my people who loves what I'm doing. See how they are running and hiding from their shadows. So they blast Atiku for withdrawing from the candidates. The presidential candidate of All African Action Congress, AAC, Omoyele Sowore, have berated his counterpart in the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, for pulling out of a presidential town hall series titled The Candidates. Okutenu recalled that Atiku and his running mate had pulled out of the presidential debate series titled The Candidates, scheduled to hold yesterday evening. NTA had announced on Twitter that the PDP flag bearer would not show up because of the unavoidable conflicts of who, how, why, when, how. The tweet said, due to unavoidable conflicts, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and his running mate Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa of the People's Democratic Party will not be participating in the candidate presidential town hall series. Reacting, Sowore said, see how the so-called frontliners are afraid to expose their ideas. They keep running and hiding from their shadows. According to Sowore, the town hall series is a 2-hour live televised town hall meetings of the presidential and vice presidential candidates of the 6 political party. The presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party SDP, Prince Adewale Adebayo, and his running mate Yusuf Buhari participated in the series of the November 17, 2022 and on November 18, 2022. The presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Mr. Omoyele Sowore, and his running mate, Barrister Haruna Garoba Magashi, were featured. Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso and his running mate, Bishop Isaac Idahosa of the New Nigerian People's Party, were featured on November 19, 2022, while Mr. Peter Obi and his running mate, Dr. Yusuf Dachi Ahmed of the Labour Party, were featured on November 21 of 2022, according to Omoyele Sowore in the news. So we still have enough news to give to my people. So please do not touch the dial. I'm still here with you. 2023 full list of CAN demands to PDP presidential candidate Atiku Waziri Adamawa. The leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria CAN on Tuesday met with the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP Atiku Abubakar in Abuja. The president of CAN, Archbishop Daniel Uko, during the interactive season with Atiku, presented him with a Christian body's charter of demands. Oko, in a statement titled CAN Proposal for Nigeria Post 2023, lists the key demands in the charter. According to them, he acknowledged that the restructuring of the Nigerian required a constitutional amendment, adding that the next president of Nigeria could use executive order to effect some structural changes in the country. The CAN leader called for a fully decentralized police authority, unambiguous religious neutrality of the Nigerian state, enforcement of fundamental rights of all Nigerians, including economic and social rights, as well as equitable and enforceable sharing of executive positions. That is part of the demands. The CAN leader also demanded ethnic and religious representation in the military and other security agencies, self-determination for all Nigerian people, ranching, education, and free health care for all Nigerians, a ban on open grazing and local control of the economy, including waters, rivers, and forests. According to Oko, the Nigerian Constitution failed to provide an order for a society with multiple religious beliefs and practices, adding that this failure had thrown Nigeria into perennial religious conflicts, and it kept happening day in, day out. Oko called on whoever takes over from President Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, to ensure a balance between Christians and Muslims, stressing that the past practice of reckless violation of the rights of one religion or the other will not occur. He lamented that Nigeria, which is founded on justice and equity, has not been realized, adding that the country is a poor and conflict-ridden country with neither justice nor equity. And that is our problem in the so-called Nigeria. We have not been doing things the way it's supposed to be doing. Imagine coming to the National Assembly, 98% of people there belong to the north, one side of the region. Coming to the military zones, all the high personnel in the military, in the Air Force, in the custom, and the police are all from the same region. My question is, were they all only just born to be ruled, to be ruling, while others are born to be ruled? I mean, treating others like a second-class citizen in their own country. And when they agitate, you keep on killing them, shooting them, and maiming them on a broad daylight. Well, it is not their fault. It's not the fault of the government, because the police will always obey the last order, which is from their organ. And the same police will also man the street to protest. Then who is going to shoot them? Military, right? Military will also mount to protest for unpaid salaries and allowances. Who is going to shoot them? But an ordinary Nigeria will come on the street to protest for their own right in a country that said they are practicing democracy. What they will see will marvel and shock you. That is your country, Nigeria, which is very, very bad and it is very, very wrong in any way. In any way. I said it and I can still repeat this countless times that Nigeria have not been doing well. That is why we need Biafra. We need what? We need Biafra. Give us referendum of Biafra. Or this country will never know peace. We keep saying it and we keep on saying it over and over again. I do not deserve you. Child Lloyd waved on live television apologizing to Nyesom Wike. The chairman of Emehua local government area, Rivers State, Chidi Lloyd, has tendered a public apology to the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. Okute News had earlier reported the Rivers State governor on Tuesday alongside Dave Umahi of Ebonyi State commissioned the Akpabu Umudioga Egbeda Road project. Speaking at the ceremony, the former leader in the Rivers State Assembly recounted how Wike came to for him when his people could not even after working against his political ambitions. In tears, Chid begged the governor to forgive all his wrongdoing, while expressing appreciation to the governor for not withholding the rights of his community despite their rifts. Chid Lloyd is from Akpabu community, where the commissioning was held on Tuesday. He said, Governor Wike has done for me and my people what I couldn't do for myself all through the period I held the position of the leader of Rivers State House of Assembly. This is a man I worked against his political ambition day and night. Today, he has brought development to my place of birth. What I couldn't achieve when I was working against him. Then where are the allowances you collected as a leader in the House of Assembly in Rivers State? Doing this open confession without not referring back the money, it means you are still guilty and you are going to pay for it. You will be penalized. That is the simple truth. Today, my community, Akpabu, is a gateway to other communities in Ishimbam district of Emehua local government area because of what Governor Wike has done for us. We can't thank him enough, according to him. So that is what Che Lord have to tell us in the news of today. How he have worked against the governor, the present governor of Rivers State, which is Nyesom Wike, in the past when he was the leader in the House of Assembly, working against the incumbent governor of Rivers State. So my dear friend, my dear brother, whatever your name is, either Che the Lord or Che the Iluonye, the fact still remain. You are owing Rivers State. Where are all the allowances you have collected as a leader of the House of Assembly? Where are they? What project do you accomplish with it? You just said it by yourself with your own mouth that you didn't do anything. You couldn't do what we can have done what you couldn't do for yourself and for your community. So now this is a reckoning time. Yeah, it's a reckoning time. So time of reckoning. Bring back the allowances you collected, the road projects, the infrastructure projects, which you have been paid into your account, and you divert all to your foreign bank accounts. You have to bring them back, or you are going to go and serve the government behind bars. So my good people of Biafra land, I keep telling my people that Nigeria is no more a working state and it can never work again. The only solution to Nigeria is just to disintegrate, and Nigeria is gradually disintegrating. At least now that they have started the drilling of oil in Gombe and Bauchi, I think this is the high time that they should divide this country, because the oil is there, the gold is in Zamfara. So they have oil basin even in Bronu, Because that is the only thing that is keeping them. They don't want to lose out from the oil that they are drilling from the Niger Delta, from the Imo State, from almost how many barrels of oil they use to drill, both gas, natural gas, and the rest of them from Imo State and the other south. So now you people have gotten your own oil, so we can now divide the nation. Nigeria, it cannot work. We have 3 countries in one country. It is not done. The British that did this, they deceived our forefathers and forced them to man together. This is never, they never do it that is constantly from the hearts or from the minds of our forefathers. They force them into signing what they don't know. And look at where it has kept us today. So my candid advice to Nigerian or whoever that is speaking for Nigeria is that split the country, let every Dick and Harry know where they belong. Until I come your way again and see the man one and only Okute Daily Talk. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please, I want you to do that as soon as possible. Like my content, share it, and comment anytime I post something new. If you have not turned on the notification button, I want you to go straight into that your YouTube, open it, and by the right side of that YouTube, you will see the bell there. Turn it on, all notifications about whenever I post or I go live or I have something that I commented on my page. You will get all the notifications. So until I come your way again, please remain blessed today. Thanks for everything you have been doing to support my channel. Thanks for everything you have been doing to subscribe, to view, and also comment. May the Almighty bless the works of your hand, and may you never lack help each time you needed anybody to help you and see you through. That is my prayer for all my fans, all my viewers and subscribers all over the world. I am signing out. See you next time I drop anything new. Bye for now.